Those high-tech robots out of China won't be heading here anytime soon, with a new ban just announced by the Trump administration on any new humanoid robots not made in the U.S. A shot across the bow at Beijing as Chinese companies seek to run out in front of an emerging market. In a new statement, FCC Chair Brendan Carr says the robots pose unacceptable risks to the national security of the United States. Carr talking with NBC News this afternoon.
What's key about this is we're acting relatively early so that we don't discover 5 years or 10 years from now that we're too dependent on foreign produced technology at vulnerable points in our supply chain or our economy. And we haven't developed the industrialized base here domestically to produce it.
The ban also includes so-called quadrupeds, like this dog robot on wheels made by the company Unitree. The FCC specifically calling out a reported vulnerability in that company's robots, saying last year researchers identified a potentially pre-installed back door that gave access to the camera feed and allowed them to take control. Unitree saying at the time it completed a majority of the fixes. NBC News reached out to the company about the new ban and has not heard back.
They have had some impressive videos out there, but this is part of our systematic review of technology risks, economic risks, and supply chain risks.
Humanoid robots going viral, displaying a wide range of skills, like running a marathon in Beijing, playing a full soccer match, or even kickboxing. Not every robot works so well. This one in China dancing to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. And there's this moment when a robot kicked a child, also in China. While they may not all be ready for prime time, they are poised to make big bucks. Analysts at Morgan Stanley project the market could hit $15 billion just 4 years from now. And 2 decades after that, the firm says hundreds of millions could be roaming the streets. Chinese companies like Unitree and Agabot make up a huge portion of the market so far. China pushing back today on the FCC ban, with one top official accusing the U.S. of trying to suppress Chinese companies.
Such protectionist measures will not enhance America's competitiveness. Instead, it only harms the interests of American businesses and consumers.
China's ambitions for its robotic industry go beyond entertaining. The Pentagon reporting that China has been developing large numbers of military UAVs and testing the capabilities of drone swarms that could overwhelm traditional defenses.
Anything that Russia's done in Ukraine, Iran's done in the Middle East, China's ready to do it at a bigger scale.
NBC News' Gotti Schwartz just went inside a company in the U.S. hoping to make humanoid soldiers with a Defense Department contract. Its CEO saying we need to catch up to China.
There are spokespeople from the Chinese Communist Party who are saying that you're not going to beat us on defense and robotics. If nobody was doing it, that would be one thing. But you can't just have one side do it.
Potentially next on the list to be banned, Chinese AI, something that has divided Silicon Valley. Some, like the leader of chipmaker NVIDIA, support more open source models. Others, like Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, saying Beijing wants to build powerful AI models to achieve permanent military superiority. All of it posing a new threat to a relationship between the leaders of the world's two superpowers, a tussle over tech that could define the next generation.
And Kelly joins us now. Boy, I hadn't even thought of some of those implications. National security replacing jobs. And this is all hanging over the planned meeting between Trump and China's Xi coming up in September, right?
That is a big date for the president and for the Chinese leader because two superpowers coming together. Of course, President Trump went to China. This is the return invitation, expecting it to be a big state visit. And it underscores the complicated relationship between the United States and China when you're considering not only the governmental implications, but this area of innovation business and the global reach of these kinds of technologies and capabilities. China is always fiercely trying to move forward, often threatening American intellectual property, and those dynamics are certainly a part of what's at play here. The ceremonial visit that's coming in September will be on many issues, but certainly this kind of tech and the future of these technologies will be a part of the discussion. Tom?
But, you know, Kelly, it just appears that that the scale that China is operating at, it appears it's much greater than anything that we have got going right now.
Well, you often find that in a country where innovation is fueled by the government, whereas we have private enterprise, and that is at times a different kind of dynamic where China can invest in these technologies and has a more kind of collective approach compared to the open market used here. And of course, they're trying to outpace each other. So American innovators are watching what China's doing and the reverse, trying to get the edge, trying to move the ball faster. And with some of these technologies, it's new terrain and new frontiers with the kinds of cautions that also have to be considered.
Yeah, well, great report. Thank you very much, Kelly O'Donnell.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.